stop crying. You're not even sad. And sometimes Savannah, my daughter, she go, I can't. If you fall out of that chair, I'm going to spank you. That's sometimes what I think God does. I think he's like, you know better than that? So if you fall out of that chair, I'm not going to pick you up and kiss the boo-boo. I'm going to spank you. Yeah. That's God talking there. Not me.
If you like music, that's kind of alright. And laughing until you die. Subscribe.
So when did you fall in love with music?
It was when I moved into the youth group at church, which I think a
like
lot of
11 years
musicians
old,
can
somewhere
say.
there?
Yeah, it was somewhere around
11, 12.
And I remember the very first worship service that we ever had. I remember looking up there and seeing the drummer playing, which in kids' church we didn't have that. And I was just completely just enamored by him. I was like, holy cow, that is just the coolest thing I've ever seen. And that pretty much is it. I fell in love with it at that very moment and just knew that is what I wanted. I wanted to learn that, at least in that time in my life.
What did you want to be?
In 8th grade, I had a meeting with all my teachers and the principal and my dad because I was a little dookie head. But anyways, I wrote down on a piece of paper, a Christian rock drummer.
Okay.
I had to be a drummer in a Christian rock band.
Now we're getting
There's just no way around it. That's what I was going to do.
I was in 5th grade, and my entire family, my mom loaded up me and my sisters into our light blue Oldsmobile station wagon, and we headed to the grocery store.
Nice.
What
a story.
She turned on the radio, and it was Oldies 96.3, Nashville's oldies station at the time. Out of nowhere, I hear the guitar riff for the song Fun, Fun, Fun by the Beach Boys. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Every little aspect of the song totally grabbed a hold of me.
Yeah.
It was just... I was like... I became obsessed with everything Beach Boys related. I would request that my mom get me Hawaiian shirts for my birthday. I made sure that at picture day at school, I always had a Hawaiian shirt on.
Isn't it weird that then, I mean, failure is not even it's not even a word.
I can't
in your
fail.
head.
How could I fail?
It's not even that you're thinking about succeeding. It's just, oh, well, this is going to be the way of my life now.
Absolutely.
You're not thinking about succeeding or failing. It's just you're so ignorant to how the world will actually be that is just your dream, and this is just what's going to be my life now.
In order for us to be able to define success, we need to identify what our goals are. And so I have a list of my top 3 goals. Tell me where you feel you line up on these. If you do, if you don't. These are my top 3 goals. I'm going personal fulfillment. This is what I love. I believe this is what God placed in my heart as a passion, as a desire, something that I really love to do. Number 1, personal fulfillment. Number 2, sharing that thing. I want to make people think, and I want to make people feel. If I can achieve either of those things, I've succeeded at my second goal. And number 3, provide and take care of my family. And if any one of those goals monopolizes my time and energy, I can't achieve the other 2.
Right.
There's got to be balance.
They have to coincide.
What do you think about those 3 goals? Is that anywhere near what you're...
That's spot on where I'm at.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I had a suspicion that we probably did line up on them because I think that's why we work so well together. So I know what my goals are. I've identified them. I now know that those 3 goals equal my definition of success. Now we have a compass. Now we know what true north
We can
is.
start walking.
We can go for it. I was thinking about this the other day. I've always been taught you got to have tunnel vision for your dream. Put the blinders on to everything else so that you're not distracted or whatever. And I would say I ascribed that for several years and wasted a lot of years on that because I started thinking about binoculars. Binoculars are this amazing, useful tool. Put them on your eyes, you focus in, and you can see your goal way off in the distance. But if you just strapped those onto your head and started walking, oh my gosh, you'd never get there, not in a million years. You'd trip over a rock and fall into a ditch.
And die.
You get run over when you cross the street and there's a car coming that you didn't see.
Yeah.
There's obstacles. You've got to be able to take the binoculars off, observe your surroundings, and be able to call audibles.
Be able to adjust. I think we're really in that season of taking the binoculars off. Like right now, within the last year to year and a half, we've really been diving into a lot of different things, trying to see what else is out there for us, more than just being a rock band.
There's this dirty little word that artists don't like, and it's called flexibility. Flexibility doesn't mean you must change. It just means you must be capable of changing. There was a time when I was trying to mimic everything that I heard from my favorite pop punk bands, and so all we really were was just a not so great knockoff,
A repeat.
of something that you had heard before. And so I definitely like that we started becoming flexible, because what flexibility did was it didn't take away from the quality of the art. It allowed us to discover what we are. The real question is, how do we market it in such a way that we're not pandering to some audience out there and sacrificing what would still make us proud of our music? Because I think that's really where the rubber meets the road. I want to be able to create something that will sell, but I don't want to just create something because it will sell. And that means I'm going to have to be flexible.
Yeah.
And I've had these conversations with countless people. You can ask 5 experts, and they'll give you 5 different sets of advice. They'll tell you 5 different things that, you got to do this. Oh, you can't do. They will disagree on every single point. It's phenomenal. There's one more opinion that I care about, and it's my own.
It's mine. Yeah.
It's okay to say that. It's okay to understand. God gave you a brain too,
Yeah.
And if I forfeit my ability, my right to use my brain, then I deserve whatever crash and burn happens out of that.
Yeah.
I deserve it.
I agree.
Because I was a complete moron.
Yeah.
And I
there's
turned
no
off
one
my
else
brain.
to blame.
Yeah. What am I going to do? Tell that guy that gave me the advice, you led me astray. What worked for you didn't work for me. I don't know.
I'm glad you did that.
Why? Why do you do that? Why do you do it? Why? You tell me what to
Smelly bad, really smelly good. It's not your fault.
SUBSCRIBE.
I sound amazing.
If you like music, that's kind of alright.